Hello, and welcome back. The old viewers of the channel remember, for years ago, I made this awesome steel frame stairs to replace the old and battered wood stairs, which served faithfully for 20 years. After a while, when I recovered from the shock of manliness and power, I was just exhausted, both physically and mentally, I started to think about the usage of the generous space available underneath those stairs. Storage, I mean, there's never enough storage room in a household because there's enough depth, about 1 meter. Regular shelves will have the disadvantage that the objects in the back will be very hard to reach. So I thought about making drawers, because when you pull them out, every item will be easy to reach. But there's a catch. The deeper the drawer, the sturdier the rails upon it slides must be. A search on the internet for 1 meter long, 40 kilos sliders multiplied by the number of drawers gave an enormous amount of money, a discouraging result. That's why I came with another solution: regular metallic shelves on wheels. Buy the appropriate size metallic shelves, in my case 90 centimeters deep, 30 centimeters wide, and 1.8 meter high, I believe. Cut the height as necessary, put wheels underneath, and bam! Sliding shelves, customized, resistant, and fairly priced. These shelves, obviously, were supposed to be fixed in place, not on wheels, so I'm making with a subframe on which the wheels will be bolted. I needed to make several razors for the wheels because I need more clearance off the floor. So, while I put together those racks, I want you to notice this artificial, computer-generated voice. The work you see here is old, about 4 years old, and only now I decided to make a video about it. In the original footage, there is no talking, and I should have made a voiceover narration. This is an experiment. Instead of me explaining the activities from time to time, I wrote a script and let the computer read it for me. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Gluing the shelves will increase the rigidity of the assembly. The height of each rack is cut to size to fit underneath the inclined space. Now, imagine you have the products falling over the edge on the back of the shelves. That won't be good, wouldn't it? That's why I'm installing those walls on the back side. One dog is impressed, one not. Guess which one is a female? This is the result after 2 days of work. Now I need to make the dividers, the walls that will separate each drawer. For this, I'm making a wood frame, 2 rafters glued to the angled steel frame, and 2 glued to the floor. That's because it's easier to drill and attach pieces into the wood than into the iron. Now I'm taking the height and depth of the divider walls. I want to make sure that both the upper and lower dimensions are equal. The small plank represents the thickness of the divider, and I repeat the measurements for each wall. Do you see that metal support right there? I need to make a cutout into the MDF board to go perfectly square with the stairs and perpendicular to the ground. The MDF spacers are fixed with those little metal squares and self-tapper screws into the wood frame. That's a dry fit of the first drawer and the adjacent wall. I double and triple check to be perfectly square and perpendicular. Two more days later, the dividers are installed. All the drawers slide like butter on a hot day. Sorry, cold beer on a hot day. This artificial voice really sucks, haha. Not a single bit of space is wasted, even in the lower portion. Now, because obviously the stairs are sloped, so must be the front of those sliding shelves. This laser beam is used to mark the angled line on which I will cut the fronts. I'm writing down the height of each frond, and I check if all the widths are the same. Now it's off again to the hardware store to buy laminated MDF boards for the front of the drawers. The guys even cut them for me, according to my measurements. There must be a bit of space between each drawer to be able to move freely. The more teeth the blade has, the finer the cut. If you're using this paper tape on your cut, it will prevent the chipping of board. The front has about 1 centimeter ground clearance, and the lateral spacing is also respected. Do you see the seamless transition there over the gap? If I close the space and put the fronts together, there will be a misalignment. All the boards are looking good and perfectly aligned. Now I have to install the decorative tape on the edges. This decorative band has a self-adhesive side, and the glue is activated with heat. And annoyingly, the band is a little wider than the board, and I have to struggle to cut it flush. The boards will be bolted to the front from the inside. I drill holes in the metal frame, where the screws will go into the wood. It will be hard to keep the boards in place until they're screwed, so I try double adhesive tape to hold them temporarily. The front panel must be very well secured because it will pull and push the whole drawer. Now, I work on the lowest part of the front panel. It's a triangle piece, which will have hinges, and those will be bolted into the steel frame of the stairs. The width of the hinge must be shaved off the board to sit flush to the frame. The only thing remaining is to attach the handles. Thank you for sticking around so far in the video. You're truly amazing and deserve a huge thumb up. Do yourself a favor and press the button. You've earned it. Right now, the hinges are just glued, not bolted. I drill the holes, cut the threads, and screw in the bolts. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, the awesome storage space underneath the awesome modern stairs. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Houston, the Eagle has landed. Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground.